Jax.
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
How are
How are
you?
you doing?
You? Good. It's like I haven't seen you guys in a lifetime.
I know, I was telling Sasha my hair's starting to go grey.
Dude, I have been spraying this stuff all day with root touch-up stuff.
It's like every time we do a video call with the family, I'm like, okay, I'm starting to feel like I'm looking like that tired mom.
My sister came past the other day to vaccinate my dogs, and she looked at me. She was like, "It's time, Jackie. You need to go for a haircut."
Yeah. This lockdown hasn't been kind to anybody.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not kind.
But you're looking very professional, like in a little outfit.
I'm not wearing my pajamas today because I'm on video.
Same. But it's funny because we always say, like, you can see from here up, so we don't know what's happening below. But it's
I'm not showing you anywhere past here right now.
I was just about to ask, are you wearing anything under the blazer?
I'm doing this underneath the blazer.
Oh, yes, good. That's a good job there. I was just saying,
I brought my own coffee.
I was just saying to Sasha now, probably like if they were allowed to sell cigarettes, I'd likely start. So it's probably a good thing that they're not available. But yeah.
I might start again as well. This is a problem.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
are you girls up to these days? Oh, must I not? Okay, we started.
Hello. It's
No, you can chat. We've got time.
Yeah.
What are you guys up to? What are you doing?
So,
I'm on my own for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, just
Fantastic.
doing it from home, out of
No.
corporate. Just doing it from home. It's been 3 years, 2 kids later.
Yeah, no, that's nuts, guys. It's absolutely nuts. Daneem has
3.
3. Yes, 3.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, no, she's brave. She's very brave.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm capped now. I'm tired and I'm done.
Where's the baby, Sash?
No thanks. No thanks.
I
think everyone's got enough for me, so yeah. No thanks.
No. Wise choice, my friend. Wise choice.
Yeah, I'm still enjoying my money and my sleep and
Yeah. I need to start changing things about my life because I'm super jealous right now. I think I got this tissue to start crying.
So this lockdown's probably been every designer's dream to just sit at home and work peacefully. So I'm very envious of you because you don't have kids running at your feet all day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I hear that all the time. Yeah.
My best hours are 2 to about 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
My dogs are also fast asleep, you know, like it's the point like every living, breathing thing in this house needs to be passed out.
Yeah. No, it's true. We started working sort of because Franco also owns his own business.
Okay.
So we try work when the kids are sleeping. And that seems to be okay, but then by that time you're also exhausted. So yeah, we're trying.
You guys should just mix some panado in the milk and then just.
Oh no, my children get panado every day. I'm not even gonna lie.
Serve, cold.
I'm one of those mothers. They're fine.
Yeah, no, they're fine. But I mean, they're so big as well. Like, I can't believe it.
No, it's insane. I'm so short, my children are almost my height. So
oh my goodness.
They keep reminding me all the time that it's not long until
they're going to overtake you, yeah.
And Miss Bossy Pants Eva is already overtaking me in personality, so that's...
I tell you, the girls are the worst. Because, Blake was okay. And then Gianna came along and I was like, I don't think that's going to be so easy.
Exactly. I said to Eva, if we had Eva first, we would never have had another
child. Had a second one. Yeah.
are you doing? What are you up to? Also working from home.
So yeah, this is my second year on my own. What a year it's been. So I'm like, thank you, COVID, for making it a extra eventful year.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so second year on my own, just doing, I've gone into like social media and strategy, and so yeah, and then I've also started like a vegan skincare business on the side. So
Wow, awesome.
busy. And I do book
When
publishing.
I ever see this stuff, you guys need to share it. You need to share the stuff.
Yeah, I'm terrible at sharing, so.
I know, me too. I'm like big talker right now, but like, yeah.
I was gonna say, where's your stuff? We want to see.
Yeah. Do you know what designers are like about showing their work, right?
Yeah,
it's like showing your new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were actually saying in our first video how hard it is to post, because people they're just vultures and they like rip it to pieces.
Yeah,
you're like, okay, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, but they're also big bar and steel. But then there's also like the issue, like, I mean, I've also been now in business at home for the past 2 years, and it's difficult to put the stuff out there you've done in the business, because a lot of it is still under NDA or still ongoing or whatever. So you are having to like schlep like your digital portfolio with you everywhere, because you can't like send it to people. You can't show people because I can show you kind of what I'm doing
a little bit,
because I'm under NDA and that kind of thing. So the early stages are hard. So the early stages is more like word of mouth. That's kind of where it's going. So my client will tell somebody else who's in the same industry. Like at the moment, I happen to be doing a lot of packaging stuff because of that. So like I started with one company doing it, and then it was the next company, and then the next company, and the next, and then that's how that sort of is racked up.
But it's cool because in the background you're sitting with so much stuff.
Yeah.
And you can't show anything.
Yeah. This year alone, I think I've done 48 package designs. And not on shelf yet. It's not, and the ones that are are sort of, or are going on shelves, are still in production. So it will be in the next month or two. Then I can start showing that.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, it is exciting. But it's nice to hear you guys are also sort of working from home and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you not enjoy the industry stuff, or how was that going for you guys?
I think for me, it was more because of Blake being like, at that stage, I was a single mom.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to go fetch my kid from school. And I couldn't, because it was like you're working 6 to 5 and then getting home after 6. So that was quite difficult. And then I had a lot of people asking me sort of in the background, can you do this? Can you do that? So I was like, sure. So I started taking that on. And then eventually I was like, but why am I sitting in an office the whole day? So pushing out also the corporate stuff, like you're not very creative there. So it was time to move on. And then it just, 3 years later.
It's insane how it works, but it's also like the scariest move of your life. Like I also took on the decision because, well, I wanted to get more into the industry again. I was getting lost into teaching. And B, it was more for my children than for anything else, because like how I would get to them, like when you have a 4 o'clock class in Greenside, how do I get, and now I'm living in Boksburg, how do I get to Boksburg, get to the children, do homework with them, blah, blah, blah. Best decision I ever made, because I'm now there for them. So if there's a sports day, I can be there. I just schedule it in as a meeting on my side. So it's fantastic.
Do you find yourself like sort of questioning if it was the right move, like should you go back or not?
Not a day. I miss teaching. I miss it so much, because I wish I'd gone into teaching now, not when I did. I think I would have been better at it then, like after I'd had kids. Does that make sense? Not before and during. It would have been a different. So there are like some regrets, But and I probably will at some point again do like not an entire, I wouldn't ever go back fully again, because I think once you, the nice thing about this is it's difficult in the beginning, but I think once you start and you start to reap the rewards out of owning your own business and having that time and building something that is yours and something that you're proud of, it's very difficult, I think, to go back to working for somebody else. I'm not saying it will never happen, maybe, I don't know. I can't think fate, but I'm happy, so for now I'm happy doing what I'm doing, and being there for the kids and being home. It's difficult for me though, because I'm a people person, so I need people. Dad is driving me I'm like talking to myself and talking to my dog, all kinds of things, and then I have nobody to like. The hardest part creatively is like being at home, and I can't like Mel and I used to bounce things off of one another, like oh, shit, I'm so stuck with this design, just give me your 2 cents worth. Or if you really didn't feel like, we used to do in the office called tag design. I think you guys once did. And then you just like say to somebody, just come and take over my design for like a little bit and mess with it, so that some fresh eyes on it. And now when you're on your own and you're isolated, you don't have that anymore. I miss that so much. But I think all of this like Zoomy stuff and that is starting to teach me that actually I can still have that. I just need to find the right people. And now that I know you guys are at home,
well, that was the whole idea, and we spoke to a couple of different people, and we were saying, it is because you work in such isolation, you kind of need that little bit of cool, what do you think, and we also become stale after a while and sort of getting stuck in our way. So I think it was Michelle that we were chatting to, where she loves to collaborate, and she's been to China and all over the place. And she was saying like how great it is to still collaborate with other people and sort of just bounce ideas off. And that was basically the start of why we decided let's do these videos and sort of create this community of designers that we know are good and that have different skills, and we can like sort of say, cool, Jax is good at packaging, send that client to Jax, and just chat about it. And
because so often you also get too big a job in and you have to sort of hire in people, so it's nice to know that okay, I've got this person, they've got capacity right now, I can handle this part, that person can do that part, sharing over. I mean, I'm also sitting at the point now where I'm also working day and night because there's just projects coming in now all of a sudden, but the thing is I don't have time to now brief in work and find somebody, so it helps to have that kind of business network, which is interesting, so this could take us places.
Well, we're chatting about it, and I was saying, what do we do with the people that we've sort of spoken to, and what do we do after lockdown? Does it end? How does it continue? And we were saying, it's a great platform for us to sort of just propel and move forward to different things and see where it goes. It's not stagnant, so it's nice to have it and just to see what comes of it. So I'm pretty excited. I know I sent Sasha a message, I think it was like Saturday night at 10 o'clock. I've got this idea. But it is because we didn't have that before. So I'm excited. And the platforms that we did have, I found are very very cutthroat, everyone's very competitive, which is obviously not helpful. So it's nice to
that's the part of, I think a lot of people who do decide to, well, for me at least, and I think I speak for you guys because I understand where you're at, but and I'll probably get nailed for this, but like the pretentiousness of agency, all of that for me is, I can't even bear it. And I, like where I'm at home in my little space, working with my clients, it's all very honest to God, humble. It's good. There's no pretentiousness behind it, really. I make mistakes. I learn every single day. And I think that's that's the thing for me that is missing. And that's what I like about the conversations you guys are having, because it's about real conversations. It's about being flawed. It's not about being the coolest person. It's not about being in the just agency. You know, the amount of times I've had to sit in front of a client and go, okay, so my agency isn't the hippest, you know, but what it is it's a working agency, okay? So it's still going to get your work in, you know? So, and like I've been actually frightened by the amount of money passing hands in corporate through like agencies and stuff like that. Like 100K for a corporate identity.
It's ridiculous.
It's
actually
ridiculous. I get it. I get they have big costs. They've got rent to pay. They've got, you know, the massage guy to pay that comes and sometimes worked a bit too late, and the food's but you know, I think a lot of corporates are fooled into thinking that, you know, the hippest and the coolest agencies are the best. You know,
and what I've found with that from a lot of clients, they actually used agencies before, and then they go down to a freelancer because they say they become a number and they get this invoice at the end of the month that's got all these listings, and they're like, what is this? You know, and at least with a freelancer or a small group of people or a small agency, it's very personal. It's very, you know, you sort of become friends and you form relationships with the clients. And for years on end, then, you know, you've got that relationship. And they're saying with an agency, it's so, like you say, it's pretentious, and you become a number, and it's just, okay, well, it's another CI or it's another website or whatever else. There's no depth, there's no art behind it anymore. It's just business.
Yeah, I get there are obviously, you know, I don't want to get myself into a position yet either, because I don't want it to be an us and them situation. But just for me and for the personality of what I do, it's more personal, you know, and it's small, and I'm going to keep it small. I do not have the desire to make this like, you know, the top agency and all of that. That's just not why I'm doing what I'm doing. I don't want to win awards and, you know, stuff like that. Maybe if you spoke to me about this 10 years ago, I would have said, absolutely, I'm chasing the awards, I'm chasing the big name, but I'm doing this to have a career that I love, be with my family, and stay grounded. You know, that's the sole purpose of why I'm doing this. So, you know, it's no slating to like the bigger agencies and all of that, because that is a different goal set for them completely. But where I'm at in my life, it's not where, you know, I want it to go. So if it goes there though, you know, also fantastic, it's not a problem. I'm not saying I'm going to reject it.
Yeah, but that's not your goal.
No, it's not my goal.
Yeah.
No, I hear you. And I worked with an editor, and he was a big time journalist, and he said to me, I think he's now sort of hitting his 50s, and he said, had he known then what he knows now, he wouldn't have chased those awards. He wouldn't have, I mean, he's written books and he's done amazing things in journalism, and he said he would have built a business and kept building at it for the 20-30 years of the work that he was doing, as opposed to chasing that award and trying to be a big name in the industry. And it's so eye-opening now, because you're like, actually, you know, once you've got that award and once you've reached, what then? What happens after that?
Scary, hey. So, and that's what I was getting to actually earlier. The whole like starting the idea of, okay, let me start my own business. Is a hell of a scary thing. It's a hell of a scary thought, and it's not easy in the beginning by any means, way, shape, or form. But then that first like little hurdle that you get over, it's like a joke, and it's like, oh my goodness, I did this. I paid my bills this month myself. Woo! The next month, and then as you keep going, it's like this, you know, it's definitely an ego thing too, you know. It's a lot different to having a job. Just
you also,
I find that probably when I worked for bosses moaned a lot about my work, because it was like you owe me for this, you owe me for that. Now that I have my own business, it's like, man, I've got to do this work. You know, I've got to like burn the midnight oil. I've got to go extra above and beyond. I've got to, you know, show people that this is great and it's worthy and it's positive and all of that. I don't think I would have done it with the same attitude working for somebody else. I regret having a different attitude working for others than for myself, you know. So,
so I think you learn with the process of, and like you say, it's very much has to do with your ego. And I know myself as well. I'm very, very proud, and whoever tries to come in, I'm like, this is my baby. Like, I'll do other things, but don't touch this, because you've built it from the ground up, and everything goes into it. And I think at the end of the day, that's what a lot of people don't see. They don't see the tears and the drama and, you know, doing something 50 times over to make sure that client's happy. And, you know, I always say, for me, it's never about the money behind it. So I know I probably would have been better off working full time for somebody else, as opposed to doing it this way. But the fact is,
all of us like, yes.
So some people are like, well, why don't you just go do that? And you don't get the same satisfaction and the same, you don't have the same sense of pride in your work as you would have doing it for somebody else. This is so personal, and you just put every bit of yourself into it.
So earning, you know, it's a different way. Like 1 month you could be earning peanuts. It's like my favorite movie, Dirty Dancing. You know, what does he say? Like 1 month I'm earning juju beans or whatever he says, and the next woman is throwing diamonds in my pocket. So it's the same when you're in your own business. Some months you're and other months you're like, well, you know, but you got to spread it over.
Yeah, you kind of have to balance it out and save for the months that aren't so great. You learn.
And for the August school holidays, damn you. Okay, well, before the lockdown, damn you. Now, damn lockdown. That's all I have to say.
It is. It's hard. It's really hard. But I think it's so rewarding at the end of the day. And you know, I always think to myself, it's probably morbid to think about, but one day when I'm gone, my kids and my grandkids have all this stuff to look back on, and you know, it's all this work that you've done, and whether it's a book that you've published or portfolios or artworks or whatever else, I mean, that all stays. So that's also
that's an amazing driving factor, and it's been one of mine since day donkey. Like, I'd never forget when the Leonardo da Vinci exhibition came to South Africa, and I went to that, and I still remember thinking, like, imagine like somebody, and again, this is like probably an ego thing, whatever, I don't know, but somebody coming across like your work one day, and it's like put on exhibition. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. So, but just saying, like, it's a driving factor to know that, like, okay, my kids are going to go through this stuff one day. They're going to be sifting through all my work, and they're going to laugh really hard, probably most of the time. You know, but then at least I've left something for them to enjoy.
Behind.
100%.
Yeah, for me too. I always think, like, you can't, for your kids, they can't inherit a job. Like they can't, it's impossible. If you're working for someone, they can't inherit that job. So for me,
weird. How do they do that?
So for me, it's like, you know, leaving something that is wholly and truly your own, you know, even if it's just you, even if it's just you and your work. So
no,
I'm also doing it for the kids.
for the kids, not your kids.
I want to see these kids popping out, Sash.
Oh God.
I don't want to actually literally see it. I just want you to talk. You're going to suffer with us.
One day.
No, I must say.
Hey, you're not married yet, eh, Sash?
Not yet. So we were planning on this year, but then obviously
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah. So
Unless you want a very personal wedding.
yeah. Which we still will do, because it first started out as like, you know, the whole family and this one's aunt and this one's cousin, and now we've just said, if you can make it to the beach, you can be there.
Yeah,
so.
Fantastic. Listen, that's motivation for me to get into a bikini and just
Yeah.
because lockdown has let's just say I broke my scale. Like,
yeah.
I'm getting on it, but I broke it because I don't want to get on it, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry to make.
Yeah. No, I'm also I'm just in sweatpants now. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that's was plastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I saw something where they said try your jeans on every couple of weeks just to make sure they still fit, because that's what it is.
I am not going to cry every couple of weeks.
Yeah, no.
I don't think my jeans fitted me before the lockdown.
No. Same
I often curse my kids and I say, so Blake's stretch marks are now white because he's 5, so they've had a while. Gianna's are still pink. So Blake goes, yeah, Mom, so mine are white and Gianna's are pink, and this, and I'm like, right, thank you. Just leave me alone.
Your kids are color palettes, I'm glad.
Yeah, no.
So what projects are you guys busy working on now?
I'm quite busy at the moment, I must say, but probably the biggest one is the magazine for the South African Women in Science Awards.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I did it for them last year, and it's one of my clients. He does publications specifically for the Department of Education.
Yeah.
So yeah, this year they focused on science, so it's quite a nice thick 165 pager.
Obviously, hey?
Well, they're gonna do, so generally they do print, and then this year they've done a few smaller ones that are digital, obviously, because printing is not the best option right now. But yeah, they do a whole ceremony, they do a whole awards evening and that as well. So it's quite cool. And they just, they recognize women in science, specifically in South Africa, which obviously now is quite important with everything going on. So yeah, that's one of the more exciting ones.
I saw it on your Facebook.
Oh, is it on your Facebook?
Yeah.
I want to go have a look.
Yeah, so that was the rate card cover. So they're obviously starting to get their advertisers in and everything. And then once it's all signed off, and it, like you say, it takes months to actually be able to post something.
Yeah.
But that's all done.
It's
then
hella frustrating.
Yeah, I'll post the cover, and then you can go and look at the publication online as well.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
You, Sash?
I'm working with 2 authors publishing their books, and then I've got like a couple of social media clients, small ones, because since the lockdown, the big ones have, the first thing to be cut is marketing and social media and design, whatever, all the fun stuff. And just running the skincare stuff as well. So
nice. Do you have it there with you?
It's so nice, actually. I went and looked at it. It's like all organic.
Yeah.
Pamper stuff.
It's online, so I'll send you the link, Jax.
Awesome.
It's all handmade, vegan, organic.
Very cool. What, are you going to start like a where are you selling it? Retail or what?
No, so it's e-commerce. So it's my own e-commerce store. So you can shop on there, and then I'll send it to you.
Cool. I'm going to put you into contact with a little bit of somebody to help you grow that.
Okay.
That's the fun part about packaging and getting getting those contacts.
Yeah.
Who you making it through, Sash?
Through myself. So it's handmade. So I handmade everything. Yeah.
Okay, it's time we put this business on horns. And
yeah.
You to people who will mass produce it for you.
And sounds good. Sounds good.
Awesome. No, seriously, we must chat. That's awesome.
Yeah. Thanks.
And you're actually doing all the packaging stuff, and you focus on that.
One of my clients actually at the moment is they're like an MLM company, you know, like the Avons and all of that, but they also have their own products. They do a lot of herbal medicines and that kind of thing. And they do skincare range, they do a tea range, that kind of stuff. Yeah, and then one of the ladies I'll introduce you to, she's like a sort of, which also marketing, but she's like a business advisor, helps people set up these kinds of businesses. And I actually think yours might work under that, you know, kind of a business.
Yeah,
it's definitely chat.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. I'll tell you, one of the funny clients that I was working with, I was on retainer with them up until lockdown, but then their biggest clients is like hotels and that, but they're actually a laboratory. And you guys know my weirdness about like weird things in labs. So I got to grow like a whole bunch of germs. So I have a second fridge at home. So I cleaned the fridge and I got dishes from them and grew all these germs like staph and Listeria and salmonella, yeast and molds, all kinds of things. But oh my word, the most beautiful photographs from that kind of thing, you know. So that for me was like weird. That for me was just the best like project to do. My husband almost divorced me. Like, he was like, take this deadly shit out of my house.
Yeah, growing.
I clean the fridge out with Jack and all kinds of things. But it's just beautiful. If you guys have a chance, go online and look at how beautiful germs actually are growing in petri dishes, and viruses and bacteria and things.
I'm sure your kids have so much fun with their science work.
I went to Max's school and then I said to the teacher, okay, we have to grow the kids' handprints, teach them about hand hygiene. So I got from my client these big petri dishes. Wait, hold on. And we did these fun. So this is like the size of the petri dish.
Yeah.
And we did these like sleeves so that the kids could like grow their own like hand bacteria things.
Wow. Oh my word.
That's very cool.
That's so cute.
We put it into the agar solution, their hands. So I instructed the teacher, I said to her, okay, so I'm going to come in at about 1 o'clock and then we're going to take all the kids' handprints. But that day, tell them they're not allowed to wash their hands at all. So the kids were all a little bit like, you've been telling us to wash our hands. So anyway, and then we did the handprints. Like 2 days later, it was so rank here because I had all these kids' handprints growing in my mouth. But the photos we got of that is just amazing. I mean, there was like E. coli, one of the kids' from obviously. But it makes the most beautiful like little spore things, you know.
Yeah.
Stuff on these like actual little handprints. It was just phenomenal. So like, who says that designers can't have fun, you know?
I tell you, I must say, with kids, being a designer mom with kids is probably, it's like boosts your creativity tenfold because there's always something. And I know with all their little projects and stuff, like you always get involved. And then I feel like I'm one of those moms that are just going to do everything for them.
Yeah.
I'll just do this project.
Oh, yeah, no, look. The first year I got trapped into that, and then afterwards I was like, no, I'm busy. I'm not doing this. But I have a bit of a bossy pants, as you guys know. So it's I feel sorry for my children.
But it's fun, you know. It's nice to bring that design element into their schoolwork and stuff because it's definitely, it brings a different aspect to it.
No, 100%. So you guys need to still ask me your questions you wanted to ask.
Well,
yes, Sash, you can go ahead.
Well,
I see we have 3 minutes remaining.
Exactly my point. So
Fun.
I think the chat we had today was sufficient and was good. So
yeah, we covered what we needed to cover though. Do you want to ask? Do you want to ask Jax anything? Do you want to do your 60-second quiz with her?
I think we can. That would be fun.
Okay.
We usually do it at the start, but Jax is
sorry.
Jax. So okay, so this is to get to know the lockdown Jax. So answer as fast as you can.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready,
The
set?
pressure, I need more.
Okay. Coffee or tea?
One.
How much? What did you say? You stopped your leg for a second. What did you say?
Okay. Coffee or tea?
Oh, neither. One.
Afternoon naps or sleeping in?
Sleeping in if I must choose.
Series or movies? Is this the fastest that you can go?
Very hard questions.
Okay. So I take it that's not your first glass of wine coffee for the day.
It's all natural. I'm born with it.
Okay. Desktop or mobile?
What even the fuck does that mean? Mobile.
Video call or voice call?
Definitely voice call because mostly I'm in my pajamas.
Okay. Sneakers or slippers?
Slippers?
Okay. Wine or whiskey?
Both.
Morning shower or evening shower?
Neither. Just joking.
Snack all day or 3 meals a day?
3 meals a day plus snacks in between.
Good answer. And then finally, your best lockdown hack.
Break your scale.
I think we can all achieve that one.
Yeah.
Seriously, bread machine. Invest in a bread machine.
Bread machine.
Yeah.
Okay.
And break your scale.
Yeah, I think they go hand in hand. Yeah. All right. Well,
it's gone too quickly.
I know.
I know, it's crazy.